Have you ever been stuck trying to rebuild a library in C# only to hit a wall with confusing errors? It can be incredibly frustrating, right? If that's you, then you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into the mysterious world of the private implementation details function and how to tackle those pesky decompilation issues. I totally get it. Running into errors like cannot resolve symbol private implementation details can feel like hitting a brick wall. You're not alone in this. Many developers face similar challenges when working with decompiled code. Let's break down the specific question at hand. One user recently asked, "What function should I use in private implementation details compute string hash?" They were also curious if using sss.getHashCode would yield the same result. Sound familiar? If so, let's explore this together. So what exactly is going on here? The private implementation details class is generated by the compiler to handle certain implementation details, including string hashing. Understanding this can help you find a suitable alternative for your switch statement. And stick around. I have a crucial tip at the end that will help you avoid similar issues in the future. To address the user's issue with the private implementation details function, we first need to understand what this function does. It generates a hash code for a given string, which is used in switch statements for efficient comparisons. Next, the user should consider using the getHashCode method on the string directly. This method provides a hash code for the string, but it's important to note that the hash code may not be the same as the one generated by compute string hash. Now, let's rewrite the switch statement. The user can replace the compute string hash function with the getHashCode method. However, they should ensure that the cases in the switch statement match the hash codes generated by getHashCode. Finally, the user should test the new implementation to ensure it works as expected. They can do this by running the application and checking if the switch statement behaves correctly with the provided string values. Fun fact, did you know that the hash code for a string can change between different versions of the .NET framework? It's true, so always test your code after making changes. Now let's look at the answers provided by other users. An alternative solution provided by another user suggests implementing the private implementation details class yourself. They recommend creating a method called compute string hash that mimics the original functionality. This method takes a string and returns a computed hash value. Additionally, they advise removing the angle brackets around private implementation details in your switch statement. Here's the tip I promised. Always document your code and the functions you use. This will save you time and headaches when you revisit your projects later. And there you have it. You should now have a clearer understanding of how to handle the private implementation details function and its alternatives. If you found this video helpful, please hit the subscribe button for more tips, and don't forget to check out our other videos for more coding insights.